Hello po mga kababayan, kamusta po kayong lahat? And once again, welcome back to another episode of Simply Talkies Vlog. Ang pag-uusapan natin dito mga kababayan at bibigyan ng opinion at reaction ay ito pong Department of Education. So yung ating previous vlog is about doon sa nag-grant na teacher, no? At ano po yung naging pasya ng inyong DepEd Secretary at ganun din po yung pahayag ng isang mambabatas at ng Commission on Human Rights. Dito naman po, atin pong bibigyan ng opinion at reaction. Ito pong, mga problema na kinakaharap po ng DepEd. Mahilig po sila sa multo. Ano po ba yung multo? Yung mga ghost beneficiaries na natagpuan, no, ni Senator Win Gatchalian kasi siya po ang nasa chairmanship po ng sa basic education habang naghihiring sila sa Senado. Natagpuan po nila ang napakaraming mga multo na beneficiary ng DepEd, no? So bago po tayo magpatuloy, tayo po ay magbibigay pugay at pasalamat sa lahat ng ating channel members, followers, subscribers, nagla-like at nagsishare ng ating mga videos, ganun din po sa mga nagbi-video replay, sa mga nagsishare ng kanilang blessings. Maraming salamat po at ganun din po sa mga regulars na uma-attend at sinasamahan tayo sa ating mga video premieres. Hindi ko na kayo babanggitin, no? Alam nyo na po kung sino po kayo, no? Shout out po lahat sa inyo and may God bless you all. So, eto na po mga kababayan, it's all about Department of Education. Itong departamento na ito, base sa Constitution, ito po ang numero 1, dapat malaki ang budget annually. Walang ibang departamento ng ahensya ng gobyerno ang dapat lalagpas pa sa budget ng Department of Education. Nasa Constitution po yan, no? Now, despite of that, eto nga't naghihiring sila sa Senado, natagpuan po ang isang napakalaking problema, no? So bago natin puntahan yan, yung mga ghost beneficiaries na yan, ito lang po, no? Unahin muna natin yung mga iba pang problema na kinakaharap ng DepEd. Aside sa kulang sa mga paaralan, kulang sa mga kagamitan, mababa ang sahod ng mga guro, no? Napapabayaan, hindi ko alam paano ina-allocate ng Department of Education ang budget nila sa mga schools. Public po yan. Ang private kasi, ang source of income naman ng mga yan is through payment ng mga mag-aaral sa mga magulang nila. Private school nga Bahala yung mga magulang, no? So, hindi ko po maintindihan Kulang tayo sa paaralan, kulang sa silid-aralan, kulang sa mga lamesa, di ba? Sa isang guro, ang mga mag-aaral niya umaabot ng 50, siksikan, para na kayong sardinas, tapos naka-electric pan. Kaya yung iba na parents, they are opting out to go to a private school. Nagbabayad ng mga how much, no, kung kaya nila. So, hindi ko alam paano yan susolusyonan ni Tamilmil, no, mga kababayan. Hindi ko po talaga alam. O, eto po ang nakitang mga problema. Iba-background lang natin kayo, no? O, eto, sa balita ng PhilStar, actually, na-i-vlog ko na ito no? Nakita po na yung catch-up Fridays nila, no? Mukhang hindi rin effective. Yung catch-up Fridays, they set aside parang half day ng Friday na ang mga mag-aaral ay magbasa. Kasi nga po, kaya ginawa yung catch-up Fridays kasi napag-alaman nila na marami pang mga mag-aaral ang hindi marunong magbasa, ang hindi marunong umintindi dun sa binabasa nila. Di po ba? Kaya yan, isa sa mga programa nila for the kids to be able to catch up with their reading comprehension. Kasi isa yung reading sa PISA program, yung nag-e-examine ng ating mga 15 years old about mathematics, science, and reading. Bagsak po tayo dyan. No, kaya ito, ginawa ng departamento ni Tamilmil na gumawa ng catch-up Fridays. Pero, napag-alaman naman ng isang body na, uy, hindi effective. Pati yung mga teachers coalition ng mga progressive group, hindi effective. Siguro may mga representante silang pinapupunta dyan, tinitignan, ina-assess, hindi effective. Ano sabi nila? DepEd urge to stop catch-up Fridays after teachers flag drop in student assistant. Mga teachers pa ang nakakuha na, ayaw nang pumasok ng mga bata ng half day kasi boring, tinatamad. Di ba? Ayun, sabi lang dito, 2 groups have urged the DepEd to stop the implementation of catch-up Fridays as more students have reportedly been skipping schools on Friday due to lack of engagement with the program, especially in schools with limited reading materials. Paano yun? Di ba? Nagpa-implement kayo ng program na kulang naman pala kayo sa materials, kulang kayo sa trainings. Kasi yung, maalala ko, binlag ko to pina-implement nila ng January this year. Kailan kayo nag-training? Kailan darating yung mga materials? Sapat ba yung mga reading materials for these students? Kumbaga, yung mga ibang dyan, hindi na ako magpasok kasi wala naman kayong gagawin Wala kaming babasahin. Hindi encouraging pumunta ng catch-up Fridays kasi wala. Boring. Walang ginagawa ang teacher, hindi marunong magturo, ganon. Di ba? Yan. Isa sa mga problema, di ba? Ang tanong, ano naman ang suggestion nitong mga to, itong ACT teachers at Teachers Dignity Coalition? What will be your proposal to help these kids on their reading and reading comprehension? Di ba? Puro lang kayo reklamo, but what do you suggest? Ito naman tong mga to, puro lang kayo po na minsan, pero wala naman. Eto pa, mga kababayan, ito namang EDCOM 2, no? Itong EDCOM 2, ano ba to? Commission, ano ba tong EDCOM 2 na to ibig sabihin? Meron tong meaning itong EDCOM 2 na to Nakalimutan ko lang. Ito yata yan. Second Congregational Commission on Education. Education Commission siguro yan, no? Kinabibilangan to ng mga ilang congressman kasi naalala ko yung dun sa Congress TV kasama si Migs Nograles, si Janet Garin, yung katabi ni Migs Nograles na representante, member siya ng EDCOM 2, sabi niya. So, na-find out po ng EDCOM 2, base dyan sa GMA News Online, incomplete, no textbooks for many Pinoy pupils for a decade. Ulat po yan nung March 8, inipon ko lang. Ibig sabihin, for almost 10 years, kulang ng mga textbook ang mga estudyanteng Pilipino. Nasaan yung budget? Tandaan ninyo, sinabi ko kanina, ang DepEd ang number 1. Palagi. Sa General Appropriation Act, every year yan, yearly budget ng gobyerno, DepEd dapat ang pinakamataas. Wala nang iba pang departamento o ahensya ng gobyerno ang tataas sa budget ng DepEd yearly. Ano nangyari for the decades? 10 years yan or more. Diba? Ayun ang na-find out ng EDCOM 2. Ay nako. Ito sabi Carol Mark Yee, Executive Director of EDCOM 2, lamented that pupils in only 2 grade levels, grade 5 and 6, have complete textbooks from 2012 to 2022. 10 taon. Grade 5 and 6 lang ang may complete textbook. Paano na yung grade 1 hanggang grade 4? Walay. Paano na yung 7, 8, 9? Walay. For the entire decade that has passed, many of our learners had been going to school but not having textbooks. The education sector has been receiving its budget from the national government for the textbooks but has been struggling to fully utilize its funds. Bakit? Ano nangyari? Diba? Ito, isa na naman problema ni Tamil Mill yan. Inherited problem. Kasi, from 2012 daw paano na ang gagawin dyan ni Tamil Mill? From 2018 to 2022, only 1 billion pesos of the government's 12 billion allotment for textbooks was used. Ay, Diyos mio. The Department of Education acknowledged the challenges with the textbook procurement process, which it said lasts up to 3 years. So what are we doing right now? Kung sino yung magde-develop ng manuscripts, sino ang magde-develop ng content, siya na rin yung magpiprint at magde-deliver ng textbook. Ayun ang sabi ni spokesperson Michael Powa. O why not the DepEd Secretary will yung magsalita dito? Bakit puro undersecretary na lang? Puro mga legal, ganun. Based on its Year 1 report titled Miseducation, the failed system of Philippine education, EDCOM 2 urged the DepEd to consider procuring textbooks that are readily available in the market rather than having publishers develop new ones. O nga naman, bakit? Paano kung matagal pa mag-develop yung publishers ng bago? Despite budget allocations, the EDCOM 2 report said there had been delays in the procurement of textbooks in public schools that impact the availability of essential educational materials and hinder effective teaching and learning. Agoy. Ang hirap naman ito, mga kababayan. EDCOM analysis of the data submitted by the Bureau of Learning Resources shows that for kinder to grade 10, only 27 textbooks had been procured since 2012. What? 27 textbooks? Specifically, since the introduction of the K-12 curriculum, only grade 5 and 6 textbooks had been successfully procured. So, come on. Dapat imbestigahan ito, mga kababayan. Dapat dyan may managot dito. Bakit kayo ganyan? Kaya pala bagsak ang education natin eh. Diba? Ang laki-laki ng budget ninyo. What have you done? Diba? O eto, baka magngit-ngit kayo lalo. Eto lang ha. Ito, I think this, pareho lang siguro ito pero magkaiba ng media eh. No? Yung company, media company. March 6 sa ulat ng ABS-CBN. Defective DepEd program grants 8 billion education subsidies to non-poor students. Sabi ni Senator Gatchalian, 8 billion pesos education subsidies to non-poor students. Defective yung program na ito. Around 8 billion worth of government education subsidies meant to benefit underprivileged students had been granted to non-poor learners who enrolled in private schools. Gatchalian, who is the chairperson of the Senate Committee on Basic Education, said there were unclear guidelines in the implementation of the DepEd government assistance to students and teachers in private education o yung GASPE that resulted in non-poor students availing of education subsidies. So, ito po ang siste, mga kababayan, nitong sinasabi ni Gatchalian. Ha? Dapat, itong pera na ito ay allotted sa mga poor, mga mahihirap na mga estudyante. Tutulungan sila ng gobyerno na nais pumasok doon sa private schools. Ha? Ito na lang kasi hindi ko nababasahin dito. Halimbawa, itong private school na ito, nag-apply dyan sa GASPE. Kasi ang GASPE po, ulitin ko, Government Assistance to Students and Teachers in Private Education. Halimbawa, yung estudyante mag-aral dito sa private, yung pangalan, letter A, o private A, pasok sa dyan. Kung yan ay nag-avail sa GASPE, may pondo yan. Halimbawa, 40 ang inilagay dyan. O ikaw, private A school, 40 ang ibigay namin sa'yo. Kailangan may 40 na mahihirap talaga, no? Upon verification, mahirap sila pero gustong mag-aral sa'yo since private ka, bibigyan namin sila ng pondo. Okay? Ang nangyari, doon kay private A school, walang poor na pumunta sa kanya. Walang nag-enroll na mahirap sa kanya. Kasi malay nyo, hindi lang naman pala lahat sagot ng gobyerno, may hihirapan yan. Kaya nangyari sa kawalan ng enrollment, yung 40 open. Ang ginawa ni Private A, binigyan na lang nila ng mga discount yung mga naka-enroll na hindi naman mahihirap. Di ba? Kaya nga sabi dito, defective. DepEd program grants 8 billion pesos education subsidies to non-poor. Non-poor meaning hindi talaga mahihirap. May kaya nga naka-private Kahit na sino na lang kukunin nila para lang makuha nila, ma-fill up nila yung 40 slots. Ayaw nilang ibalik yung pera, kaya ginamit nila. Hindi naman pala totoong mahirap. Kaya sabi ni ang sabi ni Gatchalian, the program is defective, estimating that almost 8 billion pesos went to non-poor students. The GASPE program is given an annual budget of 35 billion pesos. Biruin nyo yan. Ang dami. Kaya pala DepEd ang pinakamalaki. Ang daming perang binubuho sa edukasyon, pero we still failed. Failure pa rin ang educational system sa atin. Nakakaasar. Kasi bakit ganyan? Defective ang guidelines. Walang matibay na guidelines. In the guidelines, it did not specify to prioritize the poor. So that is why, in fairness to the implementation, especially the private schools, since it's what not specified there, they were taking in students. Kaya naman pala kita na, it's a waste. Instead na mahihirap na mga estudyante ang makinabang, ang mga nakinabang, hindi talaga mahihirap. Diba? Eto pa, mga kababayan, sama na rin natin ito. GASPE yun Eto yung matibay dito na galit tayo sa vlog natin Sa Inquirer, over 12,000 students are ineligible DepEd voucher grantees. Ineligible meaning hindi karapat-dapat. Hindi sila dapat kinuha o binigyan. Diba? Ayan. A total of 12,675 students had been found to be ineligible grantees in the DepEd voucher program. Kumbaga, itong mga 12,000 na estudyante, hindi pala sila eligible. Hindi sila karapat dapat bigyan ng DepEd school voucher. Nakakahiya. Saan galing tong mga to? Bakit hindi sila eligible? Ano ba yan? Di mga ghost beneficiaries. Kaya nga mga multo, tawag nila. PEAC o yung Private Education Assistance Committee ng DepEd, ang nasa board nito ay ang DepEd Secretary. Na-vlog ko po ito Executive Director Rodora Ferrer barred the data after Senator Rapi Tulfo inquired about ghost beneficiaries of the DepEd's voucher program during a Senate Committee on Basic Education and Committee on Finance joint hearing. Ayan. According to Ferrer, aside from the 12,675 students recorded to have issues in DepEd voucher program, from 2021 to 2023, nandyan na si Tamil Mil. 588 students also have issues in DepEd's educational service contracting. Yung mga eskwelahan na may issues from 2020 to 2021 to 2022-2023, so discovers 3 school years sa voucher program, 12,675. Sa ESC o yung Educational Service Contracting, 588. So sabihin nyo na, 13,000 itong mga ghosts na ito. Di ba? Nung tinanong sila ni Tulfo about that, clarification was referring to the number of students, sabi, yes. The DepEd's voucher program or the senior high school voucher program allows the department to shoulder the cost of schooling for senior high students by providing subsidies in the form of vouchers to qualified learners in participating high school, senior high school. Ayan. DepEd implemented the program in an effort to allow increased access to senior high school education, especially for the marginalized. Ang tanong, nasaan sila? Bakit ghost beneficiaries? Ano ginawa ninyo? Di ba? Ang sabi pa nila, yung ibang issues dito, clerical. Because this is a spread over several schools. Merong mga eskwelahan na high-performing, sabi ni Ferrer. Ayun, patay tayo dito, mga kababayan. Actually, mga kababayan, ang laking pera nito ha, ang laking pera na nagastos dito. Sabi ni Tulpo, 300 million yan, mga kababayan. Kasi na-vlog ko to no? Ang kalokohan pa dito, mga kababayan, yung ano to? Yung kasi nasa Senado to ayaw magpa-audit ng PEAC. Ayaw nila. Sinabi po yan ni Tulpo. Nalaman po ni Tulpo yan. Ha? Na, ito na-vlog ko to Sinave ko to sa Senate of the Philippines noong March 2. Sabi dito sa dulo, iminungkahi rin ni Senator Idol ang pagsusumite ng DepEd ng financial statement ng PEAC sa COA sa ngalan ng transparency. Ito'y matagal na rin daw kasing hinihiling ng COA na mula pa noong 2017 kung saan ayaw ng PEAC na ma-audit sila ng COA. Bakit ayaw nyong ma-audit ng COA, PEAC? May tinatago ba kayo? Ha? Tingnan nyo yan. May tinatago kayo sa kabalbalan ninyo. Ha? Na-vlog ko to Bakit ayaw nyong ma-audit? Tinignan ko kung sino mga nandyan. Nakita ko ang chairman ng niyan, si Tamilmil. Kita nyo yan? Ang nawala dyan, 300 million. Diba? 300 million pesos, mga kababayan. Tapos ayaw nyong pa-audit? Bakit ayaw nyong pa-audit? Pera ng taong bayan yan. Gobyerno ang may pondo sa inyo. Diba? O ngayon, eto na naman. Ha? Ilang linggo lang, mga kababayan. May natagpuan na naman si Senator Win Gatchalian. Yung kanina, si Tulpo yun. March 2nd, na i-report lang ng March 6. Ha? Ngayon, ito, sa GMA News Online, March 20, that is Wednesday, Senate plugs 19,000 naman. 8 billion na gasto sa NANPUR sa GASPE. 12,675 plus 588 sa ghost beneficiary sa senior high school vouchers. Ito naman, 19,000 ghost students of senior high school voucher program again. Si Senator Gatchalian na to Over 19,000 ghost students. Ang hilig ninyo sa ghost. Tapos ayaw nyong magpa-audit. Ito, GASPE naman ang problema dito. Yung Government Assistance to Students and Teachers in Private Education. Kanina, PEAC Kaya hindi umayos-ayos ang ating educational system. Kaya pala kulang-kulang sa mga materials. Kulang-kulang sa pagpapatayo ng mga eskwelahan, mga lamesa, upuan, reading materials. Because of this mga ghosts, mga multo. Diba? Pag sinabi nyong multo, multo. Meron bang records yan? Multo nga Tingnan nyo na lang sa sementeryo. Doon kayo pumunta, baka nandun sila. O kung nasaan man sila. Multo. Guni-guni. Over 19,000 ghost students or undocumented beneficiaries of the voucher program under the expanded government assistance to students and teachers in private education act. O tinan nyo, meron pa expanded ito. Yung kanina na 8 billion, GASPE lang yon. Ngayon, in-expand pa nila. Pero ganun pa rin. Ghost pa rin. Anomalya pa rin. Diba, DepEd? What are you doing? At the continuation of the Senate Committee on the Basic Education hearing on the implementation of e-GASPE, Senator Gatchalian started by scrutinizing the 2016 to 2017 Commission on Audit report where it found that there were initially 115 senior school voucher program beneficiaries who were considered ghost students as they were billed under the program more than once in the same school year. Sino yan? Sino yan? 2016 to 2017. COA Supervising Auditor Imelda Celso explained that those who were considered Ghost students are those whose absence is not satisfactorily explained. Those under a specific school unit but who attend a different school or campus. Those listed as enrolled but have not attended classes since the start of the semester. Those listed multiple times in the same school or in different junior high school. Bad data management. Bad management. While the COA official clarified that some are not ghost students per se, due to an error in monitoring the listing of beneficiaries, Gatchalian pointed out that since there are refunds for their fees, then they are considered as such. Tama! Binabayaran ng gobyerno eh. Nire-refund yung school eh. Diba? The mere fact there are refunds, then there are ghost students. If you admit to a refund, then that means you admit that there's something wrong. Whether a ghost student, a clerical error, or administrative error, then there is something wrong. Tama, bakit mo tinanggap yung refund? O eto pa, Celso said the COA will look into these cases from the period of 2016 to 2018 and will render an opinion on whether there was an intention to defraud the government. Gatchalian then showed a report from the PEAC, yung Private Education Assistance Committee. Ito yung ayaw magpa-audit. And cited an example, one school which has 80 million to be refunded, another with 68 million, and a third with 14 million. Oh, bakit naman sila nagpaparipan kung wala naman pala doon yung mga estudyante, hindi naka-enroll, nag-enroll pero hindi lumutang? Eh dapat tanggalin yun, i-delete and then create another report, an updated one. So ibig sabihin, there is an intention to defraud the government. If these schools are not doing their job diligently, then there will be an intention to defraud the government. Kaya pala, hindi umayos-ayos talaga. Diba? Ito pa tanong ni Senator Gatchalian. How did it reach this big? Because if it is one transfer, maybe administrative error. I would assume it will run to hundreds. I saw in a PEAC report that we are still expecting 239 million to be refunded. Ang usapan, milyon mga kababayan eh. Pera ng taong bayan yan, inuutang. Kung hindi kaya sa ating yung pondo. Tapos ganito lang. Administrative error. Bakit? Kasi mga tamad. They're not doing their job diligently. Tingnan nyo yung binasa natin kanina. Ang sabi dyan, no? Absence is not satisfactorily explained. Those under specific school unit but who attended a different school. O bakit ganun? Dapat magpasubmit kayo ng updated list of students who are enrolled in that school. And also verified if that student is actually attending that school. O baka naman sinulat na lang, ganito. Tingnan nyo, ipangalan, lumilitaw sa 3, 2, 5 ang appearance niya sa mga schools. Diba? Diba kayo nagtataka niyan? Tapos ito namang gobyerno, bayad na lang ng bayad. Ganon, refund ng refund. Sinong niloloko ninyo? Paano umabot ng 239 million ang i-refund from the voucher program? And then one school can rack up to 80 million in terms of refund? Ano ito? Naipon or the magnitude of students? Diba? PEAC Monitoring and Processing Officer Roderick Malonzo replied that in the case of the first school, it was not able to present any documents proving and substituting the existence of about 4,600 pupils. Kaya nga tinawag na ghost eh. Diba? Sobra naman kayo. If the PEAC report on undocumented e-GASP beneficiary will be sent up, Gatchalian said the number will be close to 19,000 students. 19,000 ghost beneficiaries. Kita mo yan? So therefore, sino dapat dito ang sisihin? Eh ditong PEAC. Diba? Yung ano yan? Ano yung PEAC ulit? Para matandaan na natin. Private Education Assistance Committee. Kayo dyan. Dapat i-revamp kayo. You're not doing your job. This prompted Gatchalian to ask, can I call them literally ghost students? Sumagot yung Malonzo, yung taga-PEAC. Malonzo said they call them undocumented BPBs. voucher program beneficiaries undocumented. So therefore, what have you done? If they're undocumented, how come their names are still there? Hindi nyo bini-verify maigi, basta kuha na lang kayo ng kuha ng report? Walang verification? Ganun ba maglustay ng pera ng gobyerno ng taong bayan? Di ba? Nakakaya naman kayo. Buti na lang pala. Tinitignan kayo. Dapat talaga busisiin niyang DepEd kasi kayo ang number 1 sa lahat ng departamento na malaki ang budget. It's close to 19,000 undocumented students. Tama? So the undocumented can be literally no students. Can be? Posible. We don't know. Sa akin, walang students. It's just a make-believe na may estudyanteng ganito para lang kumolekta. Visit. Di ba? Nakakahiya naman kayo. 19,000. Buti na lang, nabusisi kayo. Kung hindi kayo nabusisi, magkano? Magkano? Sabi ni Gatchalian, may outstanding bill na 239 million. 239 million will be paid to the different schools. Ang tanong, baka naman, may usapang porsyento. Nagtatanong lang. O, kita nyo? Paano kadisgrasya ang ating Department of Education? It is beyond repair. It can be repaired. The problem is, paano yan i-repair ng DepEd Secretary ninyong Tamil Mil? Meron ba siyang idea dyan? What's she gonna do? Diba? Sabi nila, magaling siya. Then show it. Prove it to us. Ang laking pera ang pumapasok sa inyo. Pero nagagamit ba ng tama? Nakita nyo yung mga binasa natin, pinakita natin sa inyong mga problema nila. Textbooks, reading materials. Ayaw nang umatin ng ibang bata sa Catch-up Fridays because of walang enthusiasm. Kasi nga, walang reading materials. Kulang sa training ang mga teachers. Ano pa? Diba? Kakulangan sa kagamitan sa schools. Siksikan sila. Ano pa? Sahod ng mga guro. Nagrarant na yung isa. Tao lang. Diba? Ito ngayon, no? Bilyong piso na wala sa GASPE. Ngayon, may 239 million pa. O, sabi ni Rapi Tulfo, yung sa PEAC, no? Yung una, yung 12,625 ghost beneficiaries. Diba PEAC? PEAC, Private Education Assistance Committee? What are you doing? Did you just created that committee just to amass wealth for your own or to really help our students? Help our educational system improve? Tatanong lang po, ha? Oh, kayo po mga kababayan, ano pong masasabi ninyo? Diba? It's about time. Sabihin natin yung sinabi ni Harry Roque kay Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Time to put your foot down kay F.L. Lisa. Gagamitin ko yan. Kay Tamil Mil. Time to put your foot down to your department. Fix it. Kayo po, ano pong inyong masasabi? Comment down below and don't forget to like and share. Hope to see you on our next videos. Bye-bye. God bless.